we just spent so much time on the treasurer's office, the 7 years I've been here, that it's at the point where it's gotten on my nerves. And okay, what are we gonna do next? We have some fiscal, finance committees. It's like, oh yeah, give us praise. What are you gonna do about these resolutions?
So, but, I mean, have we resolved?
And I don't think we're going to. I think we can talk about it all night, but I don't think it's gonna be resolved.
Not gonna be resolved, right.
I really don't.
I would
I hope
like,
Ms. Nowak sees what we want though, and try to make us feel better about it. Would you please try, Ms. Nowak?
I always try, Dr. Keenan.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, you were gonna say something?
I would like to move that we table resolutions number 1 and 2 on advances and transfers of funds. And we have asked for specific information, and that I hope that information will be available to us by the next meeting.
So you said 1 and 2 and 3?
Well, at this point in time, I move that we table 1 and 2, and then
Okay.
I'd like to discuss 3 separately.
Is there a second to the motion? The move and second to the table motion, resolutions 1 and 2 under the finance committee. Questions or discussion? Ms. Nowak, would you call the roll, please?
Dr. Mahomiak?
Aye.
Ms. Avery-Prease?
Yes.
Dr. Keenan?
Yes.
Ms. Westbrooks?
Yes.
Ms. Fisher?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Resolution number 3 is I'm sorry. Resolution number 3 is a different sort of issue, and the concern I keep having is what are the repercussions of letting that one go? Now, it's my understanding from previous discussions that since Ms. Nowak filed a permanent appropriation that we had not approved, that there are no real repercussions to waiting even longer to approve the permanent appropriation. And if that's everybody else's understanding also, then I think we probably should table this too until we get further information that we've requested.
What will ask Ms. Nowak?
But
No, Dr. Mahomiak, all due respect, and I do mean all due
Hold,
respect.
put your mic up, Ms. Nowak, please.
I said, Dr. Mahomiak, all due respect, and I do mean all due respect. You're confusing the appropriation with the 5-year forecast. It was the 5-year forecast that I filed,
okay,
not
I
the
apologize.
appropriation.
That the 5-year forecast you filed without our having approved it.
Yes, that was at the advice of the Ohio Department of Education.
Which specific person again?
Roger Hardin. Because I was told that if we didn't file the 5-year forecast, I wanted to find out what the repercussions would be. And I talked to Roger Hardin. Roger Hardin indicated that we would be declared into fiscal caution. And I asked him, what's the best course of action, because we were out of time. The board could not schedule another meeting. It was the last day to file the forecast, and he suggested that I file the forecast.
Excuse me, Madam President.
Yes.
Point of order.
Yes.
We were in discussion items. Are we in reports of committees?
Yes, we were in report. We don't know.
Our chair of the finance committee has not read off the resolution, and we're discussing the item.
The co-chairs of Ms. Priest and Dr. Mahomiak.
The resolution has not been discussed, and we're discussing.
We just tabled the first 1 and 2.
You are technically correct. We should have a motion on the table to do something. So I will make the motion that we table resolution number 3, and then we can correctly discuss it.
Thank you.
We got on the hand.
It's been moved to seconded that we table resolution number 3. Questions or answers? Now, questions or discussion? Now you can
Okay.
discuss it.
I did.
Now, discussion.
So back to the previous error that I had made about the 5-year forecast as compared to the permanent appropriation. Do you have that in writing from Mr. Hutton?
No,
Could you ask for a memo from him to confirm that so that we have something official in our records?
I'll see if I can get a hold of him, yes.
Okay. Then on to the permanent appropriation. And my question before, which I addressed to the wrong piece of set of data, is the same. What are the repercussions, if any, of not passing the permanent appropriation at this point in time?
It's more of an operational issue. If the appropriation is not large enough for an expenditure, I'll have to turn away purchase orders. And if they're for grants, I think it will be an issue.
But it seems to me that if this is the appropriation for the year, that it would be unlikely that we would go over the full amount
Not so,
this early.
especially for the grants.
This early?
Money would be in the wrong places, and we would need to do a modification. And if you can't modify the grant, now if it's the whole grant changing, it could change, but probably not by a lot. But that's the downside, is that the budgets are modified periodically. Now, we can let it go, we've let it go so far, but they do need to be modified. And at the end of the year, they're all closed out, as you know, and we balance them to zero.
Can I ask a question? Are you using the word modify the same as amend? You said they could be modified. On this, you're
No.
asking that it be amended.
No.
Does that mean the same thing to you?
Well, no, modify is one thing, and amend is another. Amend is either increasing or decreasing the appropriation in its entirety. A modification moves it from fund or function or object to object. It changes within the grant or the fund.
So in
But
this-
there could be instances like, for example, you see these are amendments, which are actually either increases or decreases to the actual appropriation. What I'm saying here is that the appropriation is going to come down for the general fund from 56 million to 54 million because I'm reducing 1.9 million out of the budget. Either it's budget cut, this one is a reduction in the amount of advances that we're going to have to make this year. We're going to make far fewer advances. But what was appropriated was a number that was much larger than what I anticipate we're actually going to have as a level for advances.
So you said you're reducing the budget by 1.9 because
Well, in part, it's advances. I had estimated advances, I believe it was 6 million. And I've dropped it down to 4.1 or 2 because I don't believe I'm going to be able to advance or have to advance $6 million. I may not have to advance 4 million. I'm cutting the advances way back based on the auditor's recommendation to do so. So if we only have $1 million in advances, actual advances, and if I have appropriated $6 million, that means I can cut $5 million out of the appropriation. That's what I'm attempting to do here.
may I ask, where did the 6 million come? Just out of your head?
It's an estimate. I look at the amount of advances in prior years, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million. So I take a round number generally, and I estimate it.
Isn't,
That's where it comes from.
isn't that why we are where we are right now? Because